Real Food Blends is a line of real food meals made for people on feeding tubes. We gave AJ the title of Chief Inspiration Officer from day one because we never would have known anything about tube feeding if it weren't for him. When AJ got his feeding tube around 6 months old, he was placed onto formula. He went through about 8 different formulas over the next 6 months. He was chronically constipated and throwing up every single day. Every time we were feeding him, we were petrified that it was going to come back out, he wasn't going to get enough calories, or that he had thrown up his meds. That was kind of my breaking point to say, you know what, there's got to be a better way. We did some research and thought, let's try and see if food works through his feeding tube, and it did.
We were excited to see that he was happier. That made us a much happier family.
You know, there is a huge psychological element to feeding your child. We eat meals together at the dinner table, and so when that was taken from us, that experience with him, it was heartbreaking on a level we didn't quite realize. And so being able to, give him real food was healing in a lot of ways. Very quickly we realized there were a lot of challenges. So there was the time commitment to doing all of the blending. There was the storage aspect. So travel was next to impossible.
I'll never forget. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, sitting on the floor after we have already been blending on vacation and stressed out, and just kind of looked at each other like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be other families out there like us, and they want to be able to live with a feeding tube, not just survive. And that led to Real Food Blends.
Real Food Blends provides a variety of real food. We didn't want to create one particular formula of real food because that's not how people eat. You get different benefits from a sweet potato that you do from green beans. And we wanted people on feeding tubes to be able to experience that as well.
Ironically, Real Food Blends started because of AJ, and Julie and I decided that we needed to look for our next chapter also because of AJ. His care continued to get more complex, and we needed to find a way of being able to spend more time with AJ and each other.
Our ultimate goal was to have Real Food Blends in the hands of as many people as possible that needed it. And that's why we chose to partner with Nutricia.
From the very beginning, it starts with the people for us, and it started with the people with Nutricia. They shared our mission of really wanting to bring access to more people across the world and give people with feeding tubes the option of real food.
We're so proud of the legacy of Real Food Blends, and we'll always be cheering on the brand from the sidelines and most likely always be users of it in our house with AJ. Real Food Blends started in our kitchen with our son AJ, just trying to help him, and we can't wait to see how many more people around the world Nutricia can help.